or a better blend of young stars, because Leicester was a team that had an established striker already in Jamie Vardy. So you were coming in and you're looking at this very experienced player. You're not as experienced, and everybody wanted you to perform almost immediately, or you're thrown immediately to the bench for Vardy to continue his job. I think Osimhen must be very, very careful, and he must ask for advice. I mean, the multitude of counselors, you actually have wisdom.
All right, let's go to Germany and let you know that the Olympic Eagles forward Taiwo Awoniyi, who plays club football in the Bundesliga with Mainz 05, is set to miss 2 matches after sustaining a serious injury in Sunday's home clash against Augsburg. Awoniyi hit Augsburg's Felix Oduakai's head in the 17th minute of the encounter and crashed on the pitch. The 22-year-old was then taken straight to Mainz University of Medicine, where he was diagnosed with severe concussion. The Liverpool loanee will now miss tomorrow's clash with Borussia Dortmund and the match against Werder Bremen on Saturday. Mainz are battling relegation as they are only 3 points above the drop zone with 31 points from as many matches. Awoniyi has scored just once in 12 league appearances for the club this season. In the meantime, fans have taken to social media to thank German referee Marco Fries for saving Nigeria forward Taiwo Awoniyi, who suffered concussion in Mainz's 1-0 loss to Augsburg in the Bundesliga on Sunday. Fries prevented Awoniyi from swallowing his tongue after the Nigerian was involved in a collision of heads with Augsburg's defender Felix Oduakai. Awoniyi was subsequently rushed to the hospital, after which the club confirmed he was recovering. I'll take a few of the comments on Twitter from Nigerians. David Doherty tweeted, and I quote, "So take a look at professionalism. The referee stopped the game and saved Taiwo Awoniyi's life in the German Bundesliga. Compare that to what happened to Chineme Martins of Nasarawa United in the MPFL. Sad." Olale Dada tweeted as well. He says, "This referee deserves to be honored by the Bundesliga, UEFA, and FIFA for helping Awoniyi. God bless him." Seeing this in the midst of the racist acts and hashtag Black Lives Matters protests going on in different parts of the world shows there's hope. In 2018, referee Ruth Okafor used the CPR method to save the life of Edo Queens captain Jennifer Osawaru in Ilori during an NWPL match. Superman, I don't know, you saw the pictures?
Yes, Emeka, I did.
You know, that man was almost gone, honestly. His eyes, he was totally unconscious, and somehow it took the intervention of the referee, Marco Fries, to deliver, whatever he did there, to resuscitate the man at the point, and eventually they stretchered him off at the pitch straight to the hospital, where he eventually regained consciousness. I was wondering, that referee is a trained banker. I mean, and apart from being a referee, he's also a banker. He's not even a medical professional, but come on, he was able to the leg of Awoniyi. The man was just there doing the thing, and at the end of the day, it worked. Unlike the case of Chineme Martins, where virtually the entire stadium, came together to, administer CPR, and somehow they still failed there. I don't know what to make of the gesture from the referee.
Okay, first, quick correction. I think during the course of my analysis, I said Giroud moved from Lille. It was actually Montpellier, but the likes of Hazard, Gervinho, Kabay, and the others have moved from Lille. But talking about what happened to Awoniyi, Emeka, it's something that doesn't look very big to some people who didn't follow that game or what happened in the weekend. They just, if you check his Instagram, he's posted another picture. Oh, he's back. He's okay. He's fine. He's looking good. There's nothing that happened. But Emeka, if his tongue had slipped in, it would have been the end probably for Taiwo Awoniyi. The guy's eyes turned white, clearly.
Exactly.
Almost the same thing. I don't know what exactly. I don't have a clear video footage. The video footage we had was not clear for the one here in Nigeria, Chineme Martins. But I tell you, it looked like almost the same thing, Emeka. And the referee, I want to believe he was trained for those emergencies,
must have
the
had
little things.
Kind of training, mini training whatsoever.
Exactly, Emeka.
As to how to deliver CPR and what have you. Resuscitate players in such condition. And, he did it perfectly. Yeah.
Exactly,
To
Emeka.
God be the glory, no doubt. But come on, now the referee was there, and he did what he had to do to save the man right there.
And this is actually a wake-up call. But to concentrate on the issue, first of all, I must say a big kudos to the man. Cardiopulmonary resuscitation is not something that maybe the regular person out there might know, except you have tried to learn it or understand it. It shows he knows his job and he has saved the day. He might not be celebrated to high heavens, as I said, because he didn't get that bad, maybe, or something like that. But that little action could have just been the real reason, or the only reason why our own Taiwo Awoniyi is still alive today. In some other leagues or in some other places, he might actually have been declared dead now, and maybe would have been talking about something else and not maybe the return of. Maybe people would have started considering, could it be that he had COVID-19 and maybe he was breathing problems, and all that.
But Superman, we have also seen a similar thing in the Women League here in the country. In 2018, referee Ruth Okafor used the CPR to, save the life of Edo Queen's captain Jennifer Osawaru in a lorry during a league game.
I like that. The fact that
the picture is also there. The NWPFL, they had to even bring the picture, join it with that of Awoniyi, and
I like that.
try to put that together.
I like that.
It happened in 2018 here. Now the referee in Germany has also done a similar thing. More like trying to say what is obtainable in Germany, we can also do it here in Nigeria. In fact, we do it here as well.
Well, it's good news.
Even though somehow they couldn't do it earlier this year. Yeah, for Chineme Martins.
Well, Emeka is a good thing, and I just like it because I'm one of those who feel yes, these days the Ministry of Bad Things, that's talking about bad things, seems to sell. But if there's anything good, let's of course blow it up.
Exactly.
So if we have been able to do it here before, it tells you that there are one or two people probably who know their job, and this is coming from the end. That's coming from the Nigerian Women Football League, NWFL, and kudos must go to the referee anyway, but it tells you too that maybe, just maybe, we do have maybe better trained personnel, there. But Emeka must also point out that there were health personnel who actually did their work. There were some things that were put, on the man's nose before he was rushed to the hospital. We need to also adopt that. But it's a good thing that it has happened here before, because I know people who will just tell you, oh, we have not done it here, it does not happen here, or something like that. Chineme Martins was probably a peculiar case or a peculiar scenario, but it takes nothing away from the fact that some of our referees are not as bad as we actually would want to paint them. If one referee was able to do it, and it's even a female referee, so it tells you that at least they are not as bad as we claim or paint them, as some people paint them to be. We also have good referees who can save lives here in Nigeria.
Even though that's not even their primary duty, but of course they have the training to deliver CPR in such emergency situations. Thumbs up there to referee Marco Frieser of Germany.
And Ruth Okafor.
Yeah, Ruth Okafor. Far back, 2018, she did it here. No doubt about that. It's time to go to the phone lines to hear from you guys there. What do you make of what we've talked about so far? We started with the case of Pelican Stars players. Earlier today, they went to the government house for the umpteenth time to protest over their unpaid 11-month wages that is entering the 12th month as we speak right now. That's 1 year without pay. Pelican Stars of Calabar, they've not been paid for good 1 year now, I tell you. Victor Osimhen, his coach has said the man is leaving this summer, and we're asking, what's the best destination for the 21-year-old Super Eagles player who will be leaving Lille this summer after just one season at the club? And of course, the referee who saved the life of our own Taiwo Awoniyi, Marco Frieser, has been receiving lots of commendations for that action he took to deliver first aid on Taiwo Awoniyi, preventing the man from swallowing his tongue, and eventually Awoniyi is back on his feet, even though he missed 2 matches. Let's get to hear from you. 0817 000951. You can also reach us on the other number, 0810 9510951. Alternatively, you send us messages via text or WhatsApp to 07019339962. Please keep it short, sweet, and simple. Let's hear from our first caller. Hello. Oh, sorry, we lost that one. We'll go to the other line. Hello. Good afternoon to you. Welcome to today's Sports Live. Oh, really sorry about that. Network acting up right there. But you keep those calls coming through. Let's hear from you guys what you make of what we discussed so far today. Alternatively, you can also join us on Twitter at TodayFM951, at TodayFM951. My handle is at Emekadena. Superman is here. His handle is at Wisdom_OB. Hello.
Yeah, good afternoon, Megadena.
Good afternoon to you. Welcome to Today's Sports Live. I can hear myself there. You have to turn off the volume of your radio set.
Yeah, my radio set is not on.
I can hear myself. Oh,
Okay.
that will not good. Thank you. Sorry about that. Let's hear from another caller. Hello.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Civilian General. Let's hear you.
Yes, sir. I want to talk briefly on this Pakistan lady.
Yeah, Pelican
It's very
Stars.
sad. Yes, it's very sad. And each time I hear things like this, a good number of these girls, if they're not taken, they are the breadwinners in their homes, and they are owing them for 11 months.
Make that 12 if you add this month now.
Couldn't do you know that if they are taking it, if they are married and taking, they took in maybe 9 months ago, but
they are giving birth.
which can and every day we will preach we want our league to improve. How can league improve when you keep people and then you purposely starve them? It is very bad. I think let us emulate what other countries are doing.
Thank you so much, Civilian General. Let's leave it there. Hello.
Emeka.
Lawson, good afternoon to you. Welcome to Today's Sports Live. Hi, it's Bayosa.
Bayaza is fine. It's sunny here. At least no rain for that.
Same here.
Okay. Emeka, this is the more reason why we have to embrace the initiative of the private club owners. Really. It's because people are not even, but look at these are players, female players, not making any money. And then you are running a league. We should come up with an arrangement where players will make money, the country will make money, even journalists like you will make money. You understand? Look at the way they be from your studio. They be crying. You understand? This is not the first time you are carrying this story. But some people who are happy, they don't want any change at all. How can we continue to sit like this and say we are running it?
All right, so you condemn the owing of the salaries, right?
Completely. I know, see, man, I don't know why he's in a hurry to move. He had just spent 1 year there.
And the club wants to let him go now. They want to sell him and make money.
I think I agree with what Wisdom said. When he said, I think he is prone to injury, and I think they just want to try and avoid all of that. That's why they want to.
All right, thank you so much, Lawson. Thank you. Hello, good afternoon. Please be audible. Raise your voice. I can't hear you clearly.
Hello, good afternoon.
All right, your name and the location?
My name is William.
Williams, let's hear you.
Okay, for Osimhen, I think he should go to Napoli.
Should go to Napoli?
Yes.
Okay.
Napoli. There's less of Calion and the rest. He will learn a lot. I don't think. I think Sevilla will be a good option.
Sevilla should. He can also go to Sevilla, right?
Sociedad and other things.
Okay, the Spanish teams. Okay, thank you so much. We are struggling to hear you clearly. Let's hear from another caller. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you. Welcome to Today's Sports Live. Your name and the location?
You are talking with no photocopy.
No photocopy.
Thank you, brother man.
Let's hear you.
The job that you spoke with, I don't believe that that club or qualified state government owing them that money that they are talking about for up to 1 year.
You don't believe?
Yes, the reason
So they are lying?
No, I'm coming. I will tell you my reason. Because if there is nobody that will work, they own him or her for 1 year.
I have seen a club in Nigeria, a female club, owed for 18 months, a year and 6 months. FCT Queens. In Port Harcourt, they have old Sharks and Dolphins, 8 months salaries. So you can't argue that one. It's a fact.
Hold on. Also put the commissioner of sports of that state to put call on him and hear what he is going to say. I'm not arguing it, but I'm surprised because if they only
that's what you would have said. Don't say you don't believe it. That is a fact. It's not even arguable. Hello.
Good afternoon, Ega.
Good afternoon to you. Let's hear you. Your name and your location?
Elder calling.
Elder Ali. Let's hear you.
The man that saved our brother
Marco Free is there, the referee.
Yeah. We want to say kudos to him. He has done well.
He has done quite well, yeah.
Yeah, so it's worthy to the command.
Thank you so much, Elder Allison. Let's have another caller. Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Good afternoon to you. Today's Sports Live, your name and the location.
Okay, Moses, I come back.
Moses, I can still hear myself there. Please, it's not good for the communication. You see,
Okay.
I'm hearing myself. You have to put off your radio. Okay, let's shift our attention to Aloy Ago and Odion Igalo. Super Eagles goalkeeper trainer Aloy Ago says he has no problem with Manchester United forward Odion Igalo making a return to the team. Igalo announced his retirement from international football after the 2019 Africa Cup of Nations in Egypt. The 31-year-old striker, I think today is his birthday.
Today's his birthday.
Today's his birthday. He turned 31 today. Yeah, Igalo scored 16 goals in 35 international matches for Nigeria and was the highest goal scorer with 5 goals at the 2019 AFCON in Egypt. Quoting Aloy Ago, he says, "It feels good to hear that Igalo is one of the finest strikers." It feels good to hear that Igalo is one of the finest strikers around, and his earlier decision to retire from the national team really came to us as a shock. Just Moses opted out. That's what he told Premium Times. And he went on to say it was a huge blow when Moses said he wanted to focus on club football and family. You can imagine how painful it was when Igalo said the same thing. Honestly, Igalo is welcome if he wants to play for Nigeria again. I am not saying the strikers on ground are not good enough, but the return of Igalo will bring an additional spark to Super Eagles' attack. So, Superman, Aloy Ago has waded into this matter of Igalo making a return to the national team after he retired last year. The story of Igalo coming back to the national team will not go away.
Well, Emeka, it won't go away because actually this fire has actually started bringing out, maybe some smoke, started coming out, and it tells us that there might just be some truth to the story that the hierarchy of the Nigerian Football Federation and, of course, the coach himself talking about Gernot Raw, they're actually interested in bringing him back to the team.
Let's not forget, Igalo himself did confirm in an interview recently that he's been in close contact with the
Gernot Raw,
the coach of the Super Eagles, and the NFF chairman, that they speak regularly, and he's open. He's open to a return to the national team, and he will make a decision very soon, so to say.
Well, clearly, Emeka, most times these players make very hasty decisions, and they end up thinking about it for some time. Maybe the young man has started thinking, and maybe has considered his options. Let's not also forget, Igalo might not have moved to Manchester United just because he scored goals in China. It could be that they also checked the fact that he was scoring goals after goals during the qualifiers. Most of those 16 goals in 35 appearances was just during the
12 of them, 7 in the qualifiers, 5 in the Nations Cup.
Exactly. Yeah. So it could be that they also looked at that before actually bringing him in, and maybe he has gotten that feeler that if he actually wants to get a bigger team, Igalo might not stay in United, but who says a Tottenham cannot call in the man, or maybe even a PSG? There are clubs who I know that like old players, they are willing to pay to actually keep him. So I think for me, Emeka, the Nigerian national team must consider their choices wisely. That's both Amaju Pinnick, Gernot Raw. Are you willing to go back again and start afresh? Because Igalo would retire. If he's not at 31, he'll retire at 34 or at 35. But we know what I will say is our expectancy. I don't say life expectancy.
When it comes to 34-year, 34-year mark.
I saw Jojo Kocha in the Yobo testimonial, and I was asking myself, what was wrong with this man when he said he was leaving? Because of the fleets. What's his name?
Mike retired at 33.
Exactly, Emeka. Eto had to beg, although a joke anyway, was begging the person who was sitting as the coach to actually substitute JJ because he was
tormenting them.
So Emeka, I think we must actually consider our choices wisely. I think Osimhen is doing a nice job. We've brought in Cyril Dessers, who is also a player, a good player, for his club now, Herenveen, right there in
Heracles.
Not Herenveen. Heracles is Ojuke that plays for Herenveen, right there in Netherlands. Who says he cannot actually fill in the boots of Igalo? A shared responsibility might help. Maybe Osimhen and him trying to actually combine together to actually lead the lines for the Super Eagles. If you bring in Igalo back now, it's not bad. He's going to score goals, but we are going to go back again.
Will that unsettle the chemistry the team is enjoying at the moment?
No, Emeka, I think it will. It will. Just like it would. Just like we have a problem in our goalkeeping position. When Kali Keme came in, if we recall, everybody was crying, Eyema should come back. But we saw what Kali Keme did and we're impressed, albeit that it was just for some time. Now,
just 10 matches.
with Ikeme leaving now, and we brought in Akpeyi and the others, we are struggling now. But Emeka, I can tell you that we've gone a long way in that struggle. If we bring back Eyema now, we will start again in the next 1 or 2 years when Emeka says, I want to go back again.
Eyema hasn't seen action for about 2 years now.
Well, Emeka, some people would actually prefer that unfit Eyema to some of the guys we actually have currently.
Right now. Okay.
But Emeka, we've made a lot of progress in terms of a search for a goalkeeper. If we bring back Eyema, it will be taking us back again into the woods. If we do the same thing for Igalo, I think it might take us back. I would advise them to think wisely. I would advise you just allow the man do his thing in United. And Igalo too must be smart. Stay in United now and score goals instead of combining these two responsibilities and confusing yourself again.
Okay, that's the Superman speaking right there. But Superman, just one line from you. Do you see Igalo making that comeback to the national team?
I think Emeka, with the pressure on Genofro, he would consider, especially if the Nations Cup is in 2021.
Okay, we'll wait and see. Let's go back to the phone line. But before we do so, let's take messages from the text message portal as well as the WhatsApp portal.
As fast as I can. Good day, sports crew. I am of the opinion Igalo should come back to the Eagles. His presence will count. On Osimhen, he should go to a better club and not just leaving Leo Fred from Rumekini. Good afternoon, Emeka and the Superman in the studio. If Igalo can play for Man U, one of the biggest clubs in Europe, what stops him from playing for Nigeria again, his fatherland? As for Osimhen and Ndidi, let them go to Man U from Super Eagles, for Super Eagles United. God bless our players, Kenneth. Okay, that will be Super Eagles United. Kenneth Davidson Stewart from Opobotam. Good day, sports crew. God bless you for the good work you're doing. If Igalo returns to the Super Eagles, it will be a welcome development, and it is shameful that clubs can treat players this way. Ima from Oyibo. Okay, I'm sure he was talking about the Pelican players. Good day, sports crew. Please, I want to know where I think for Osimhen is for him to stay where he is, because that's where he's getting regular playing time.
All right, time to go to the phone lines to hear more from you guys on the show this afternoon. 0817 000951. You can also reach us on the other number 0810 9510 951. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you. Welcome to today's Sports Live. Your name and the location?
Yeah, my Jerry from PH.
Jerry, good to have you on the show. Talk to us.
Yeah, with so much respect to your man in the studio, Superman, over what he said about Gallo. You know, when he said if NSF and Ganotro want to start as friends, I don't get it, because Gallo has just the national team for a year. And he has been part of the team, which he knows every player that is in that team. So I want to be clear on that. And secondly, so much respect to that referee that administered that CPR on our player, the Nigeria player. So he was focused and he was not panicking, because those things.
And we didn't see his teammates or maybe the opponents panic as well. They didn't gather to assist the referee and do what they're not supposed to do.
You know, so that is something you need to know, because most things is panic that mostly cause most fatality that we have in some accident that we have. But this guy was focused and he was able to administer it properly.
All right, so thank you. Let's leave it there. Let's leave it there. You have made your point already. Thank you so much for your call. We lost that one. I think the Superman actually meant that now a Gallo's place has been taken already by Victor Osimhen, and there's another striker that they're trying to bring into the team. Bringing him now will take us back, and we'll try to rebuild again and rearrange and what have you. I think that's what he actually meant by starting afresh. Hello.
Yes, Emeka, good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you. Shedrack Amade, good to have you. Talk to us.
Yes, I'm the opinion that Gallo should come back to the national team. But I think he has that charisma, he has that speed, that knowledge of scoring. But if he comes to the national team, after all, Grozamila came back during his time when he resigned from his country. You know, he came back to the national team and he scored goals. So Gallo should not be a different issue. So to me, I'm afraid that he should come back. And again, the Pelican Stars, I don't know why our people are doing this kind of a thing. That is why we don't have our league is not steady. That's why Gennaro said that he doesn't see any good player in our league because of this thing again. How can the player play your in the country? You cannot pay them their salary. It's wrong. It's not fair. That's my thing. Try and do something for this.
All right. Thank you so much for your thoughts, Shadrach Amade. Let's hear from another caller. Hello. Hello. Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon. Am I calling 95.1?
Today FM 95.1.
Yeah. Dara.
Your name and your location?
Yeah, better for him.
It looks like the club wants to sell him.
Yeah,
the coach has said he's leaving this summer.
I heard that, but me, I prefer him to stay at Lille there.
Okay.
Because Lille is better for him. He play regular football there, and I like it. Right. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Hello.
Yeah.
Hello. Good afternoon.
Please.
All right. Sorry we lost that one there. Superman, more messages coming through.
Yes, this one says, Mecca and Superman, I salute you guys. My name is King Spaku. Victor Osimhen should go to Napoli or any Spanish clubs. He should consider his options right so he won't toe the line of Kelechi Iheanacho. As for the ref that saved the Nigerian man, kudos to him. This one says, for Victor Osimhen, he should look for a team like Leicester City, Napoli, and AC Milan. He will have a good playing time at those teams. Prosper Fernandez from Ndili. Good afternoon, please. What is Chelsea's transfer update, especially on Timo Werner? Nothing currently. Good day, guys. Kudos to the referee that saved Taiwo. 11 months' wages not paid. What? This is sad news. How can our football run better with this wicked act from Zacchaeus? Good day, guys. Please, has Man United...
We're not talking Man United. Today is Nigerian football, basically. Nothing foreign here, I tell you. Basically Nigerian football.
From what?
Sorry, let's hear from this caller before we go back to the phone, the portals. Hello.
Emeka, good afternoon.
Eto, good afternoon. Let's hear you.
God bless that referee. God, whatever he did to that ball, God will do it to him 10 times. In Jesus' name, amen.
All right. Thank you so much. Eto. Hello.
Good afternoon to you, Emeka.
Good afternoon. That sounds like Albert.
Yes.
Is it Cody? Do you guys sound similar?
Okay.
All right, let's hear you. Go ahead.
Okay, yeah, I want to talk about Victor Osimhen.
Be fast about it.
Yeah, this is time for him to leave. I think Osimhen is great. He's good. Osimhen is very smart and strong. He's not a bulky player, but he has the energy. He's very smart. He has the footwork.
All right.
He has the ability to deliver anywhere he goes.
Thank you.
He was a great guy.
Thank you so much. Time for Osimhen to leave, according to Albert right there. This one says, good afternoon, presenters. I love your sports show. Superman should make a run for the national team. That's if Igalo can come back from retirement, then there is hope for Emeka and the Superman to play in the team. Okay, that message is coming from Sydney at Prime Buzzy on Twitter. Last call here before we leave. Hello.
Hello. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you. Today Sports Live. Your name and the location?
Okay, it's Richard calling from LA.
Let's hear you, Richie.
Everybody is talking about Igalo. Was he not the one that killed us during the war?
Come out to take a final decision while he's still not. That's coming from Humphrey.
Big stories break. Depend on our 24-hour news team to bring you the latest.
Today, 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt. News update.
Good afternoon. Here is the news update at 4 on Today 95.1 FM. I am Kala Dakaru Batabo. The River State Police Command says it has rescued and sent a 14-year-old girl to the hospital who was assaulted with hot water by a boss in Borokiri axis of Port Harcourt. The police public relations officer, DSP Inamdi Omuni, while speaking with newsmen, said the matter is receiving urgent attention to save the life of the girl, and reprieve came the girl's way after neighbors raised an alarm. Omuni said the Commissioner of Police, CP Joseph Mukan, has ordered investigation into the matter and has asked for the matter to be transferred to the state's Criminal Investigation Department, SCID. The River State government has re-emphasized that the ban on the operation of cinemas and viewing centers in the state is still in force. This reminder is contained in a statement by the Commissioner for Information and Communications, Paulinus Inserim. The state government directed all local government chairmen to ensure that no cinema or viewing center is open in their area. The Rivers State government also warned that landlords who allow their premises to be used as viewing centers will have their property. Rivers State has recorded the highest number of cases since the outbreak of COVID-19 in the country. In it, 3 new cases out of the 573 new number of infections in the state to 592, with 222 recovered and 23 fatalities. With the country's total infections have now risen to 16,658. The University of Port Harcourt Teaching Hospital has lamented the increasing number of COVID-19 cases. Boma said the hospital is finding it difficult to accommodate the number of COVID-19 cases coming in on a regular basis. Professor Ogboma told newsmen that due to the increase of COVID-19 patients, the hospital management is forced to open another COVID-19 center with about 20-bed capacity.
The University of Port Harcourt Teaching Hospital is working and succeeding. COVID-19 has, let me use the word, come to stay. It's becoming endemic in the country. And there is spiking daily. River State is not left out. Right now, our facility is finding it difficult to accommodate the isolation center that has about 20 bed space, which I believe by the end of this week, this opportunity to ask others to come and assist.
The Rivers State House of Assembly has passed the revised 2020 171 billion naira and it should pass through the National Assembly.
Because we can't produce anything in a very competitive environment here, so Nigeria will be a dumping ground. Some authorities say we lose about $29 billion every year because of lack of sufficient and stable power. How much is our national budget? It means if we get it right, we'll take this 29 after privatization would be far better. I'm not sure if we have achieved that. When you have privatization, you have share purchase agreements. This investigation should look in
Bahrain, Kuwait, and Norway to fight the coronavirus pandemic. The UK-based Rise Group said an investigation into COVID-19 apps being used by 11 countries showed that they were risky and dangerous for humans. Amnesty found that the apps Bahrain's Biaware Bahrain, Kuwait's Shlonik, and Norway's Smitestop were actively carrying out live or near live tracking of users' locations by frequently uploading GPS coordinates to a central server. A number of countries have launched government-mandated mobile apps to help contain the spread of the virus, which has infected more than 8 million people worldwide and killed at least 436,000. And that was the news update at 4 p.m. and today 95.1 FM. Do not forget, do take responsibility. Wash your hands frequently with soap on the running water. Always have with you at all times alcohol-based hand sanitizers, and avoid touching your face and eye contact surfaces to prevent the spread of coronavirus. If you can, please do stay at home, otherwise observe social and physical distancing. Remember, coronavirus is real and it is not a death sentence. Good afternoon. I am Kala Dakarubatabo. The platform on radio is up next. Stay tuned.
Today's news, today's entertainment, today's sports, today's issues. Today on Today 95.1 FM. Port.
We often refuse to accept an idea merely because of the tone. The tongue can point to what the eyes cannot see. Not advertising on Today 95.1 FM is like stopping your watch to save time. At Today 95.1 FM, what we're saying is more important than how you say it. Allow us to give that idea of yours a voice. A voice. Give us a call on the numbers 0818 389 2850. Again, 0818 389 2850.
It all begins with breaking news.
Now make no mistake, this is a difficult mission, and it will remain difficult for some time.
and it keeps trending. Events, issues, personalities, all struggling to gain attention. But in the race for deadlines, the intrigues, power play, undercurrents are often missed or underreported.
Insecurity here is basically a product of poverty.
But not anymore. As the platform on radio steps in to fill the missing links on events, issues, and personalities in the news.
I'm not afraid of anybody.
The platform on radio serves only the hottest topics and trending issues. Only on Today 95.1 FM. 95.1 FM. Port Harcourt. Every weekday at 4 p.m. Get on the platform on radio and be served.
All stands, greet.
Good morning, sir. Good morning. You're welcome to Jagbajantis High School. My name is Sound Sultan, your new mathematics teacher. I'm for my class. People of this world, them plenty. The sins of these people, many, so many. Many times plenty, multiplier. Joy in began. As how you get now waiting, they make innocent man. Everybody, oh yeah, join Jagbajantis. Follow Jagbajantis. So ya Karibaero, be for brotherhood. Love your neighbor as yourself, oh for objectivity. That's how it is in our military. Now M for modification of our behavior. Let's stand to the same behavior. A accountability. If you've been a chop, hey, I beg you take time easy. S for solidarity. Not every time divided. Oh my shell. We enter new millennium. Nigerians like 120 million. One population of 6 billion. 6 billion. Divide that 1 by 120 million all together. Oh yeah. All together. The answer you get now waiting, they make people they jar. Come on for Niger. Answer you get now waiting, they make people want travel. By hook or by crook. The answer you get now waiting, they make people they sleep for embassy, for visa. Answer you get now waiting, they make people they sell them property for ticket. Get it, get it. Then they travel, see, get it, get it. Oh, hey. Everybody, oh yeah, join Jagbajantis. We solve mathematics. We did our continent. So, oh, you both say, no partners, we go use takes of mathematics. So follow Jagbajantis. So ya Karibaero.
That I will make a decision after I have consulted with the leadership and my supporters in Edo State, and also have informed the president. I'm just here today to inform you that I have now decided formally to resign my membership of the All Progressive Congress. Having done that, I will now announce in the next few days my specific line of action and what platform I will be contesting the gubernatorial elections. The whole country knows and is aware of what has gone on with me and the party chairman, the party leadership, which culminated in my disqualification. A gubernatorial aspirant. Upon that unfortunate decision by the chairman of the All Progressive Congress, I've decided to go and seek my gubernatorial aspiration on another platform.
Ladies and gentlemen, men and women, boys and girls, you are already familiar with that voice from Edo State. I don't need to do any formal introduction, I guess. Around about now, 15 minutes gone past the hour, and I welcome you to the intriguing edition of the Platform on Radio on your premium talk radio station. Today, 95.1 FM Port Harcourt. I am the man of the people. I am Kalada. And my job right about now, it's wonderful, by the way. My job is wonderful because what I do is to take you around our news portal and show you the trending news making the rounds. The Platform on Radio is that program where you and I look at trending news issues and we listen to our correspondents. Now, our correspondents are out there every day, by the way, making reportage, sourcing for reports from the field. And on this program, we get to hear the details because, these reports that they are, sourcing is from the places where the events are actually happening. So we get to hear directly from the source. And we get to hear some of the things that don't make it to the news bulletin. Hey, guys, this is what we have on the menu today. Allegedly defiling his 3-year-old stepdaughter. Oof, very sad. COVID-19. Stay tuned. Conversations in details in a bit. Has been transferred to the State Criminal Investigation Department, State CID, over alleged case of defilement. Now, 42-year-old Joseph is alleged to have defiled his 3-year-old stepdaughter in Irebe, Obiakpo local government area of Rivers State. Now, spokesman of the Rivers State Police Command, DSP Nnamdi Amuni, while reacting to the reports that police officers in Oyibo, where the matter was reported that contrary to the claims, the police officers at the Oyibo Area Command, under the watch of area the process, as deduced from the statement of the complainant made in the presence of the parties. He added that the little girl has been taken to the hospital where she's being treated, adding that Commissioner of Police CP Joseph Mukan, what does a 3-year-old girl say? Okay, is still learning the ropes of let's have a conversation.
Did I hear you say 3 years?
Yeah, the child is 3 years, and apparently it is his stepdaughter.
Hey, wonder will not.
Didn't take away his private part. Oh, I